What is up, guys? It is the Bluebloods here, back with another interview. And I have a guy a lot of you guys wanted to get on the show. New Tennessee State quarterback Draylen Ellis, formerly Austin Peay's starting quarterback. He was the preseason OVC Player of the Year, a two-time OVC All-American, a Hero Sports Sophomore All-American, and has really all the accolades you could look for, man, for only a 2-year player, man. So Draylen, I appreciate you coming on the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
So coming out of high school, man, you were a three-star recruit of one of the best players coming out of your district. For you, which teams were recruiting you the hardest, and what was your overall recruiting experience like when you were coming out of high school?
So Austin P was probably recruiting me the hardest. Um, I didn't get my first offer till my senior. No, I'll have to take that back. My junior year, from like a D2 school. It was the startup of my offers, but Austin P, UT Martin, and a couple other FCS schools were recruiting me hard. But Austin P just took me out of there. It felt like a family based program. It could put me in the best position to make it to the next level.
And you kind of talked about why you committed to Austin P, but you got to campus, man, immediately became an instant contributor. COVID hits right when you get to campus. You guys have to play a spring season. You become an All American, one of the freshman player of the year. For you, what were the keys to being an instant impact contributor as a true freshman?
Probably maturing, studying the playbook, we had a lot of coaching changes. So when I got there, it was I was on quarantine about 2 weeks. Then I got off about a week, and then I got back on about a week. So it was a long process. But after that, it was all about business and all about work. So I really just tune into my craft and did what I had to do, and I let the rest play out from there.
I like it, man. And you're a two-time OVC All-American, Hero Sports All-American. For you, how much did that mean to you to have that instant success and to be named one of the best players in your conference?
I was kind of underdog all my life, so it felt wonderful to not just prove to the people that didn't believe in me, show them, the fans, my family, the people that supported me. So it felt very good.
And, a lot of people were wondering, man, you were coming off of another All American season. Austin P was one of the top teams in the OVC. What were some of the factors that led to your decision to transfer away from Austin P after this past season?
I would say find a new home that would put me in the best position to make it to the NFL. That's my dream. So I sat down with my family, and just really talked it out and hashed it out, and we made a decision that would make the best decision for me, put me in the best program to put me in the best position to make it to the next level.
And let's talk a little bit about Tennessee State, man. Let's get this two-part question here. One, what was their recruiting pitch to you? And then two, what ultimately led you to commit to Tennessee State?
There, as soon as I hopped in the portal about 2 days after, Coach George called me and we had a really good talk. And after the talk, I really started looking into Tennessee State and really started loving it. Then I went down and really just sat down with him face to face and offensive coordinator and got to see the program. We played them twice, so I know how they work. But he was like a really great coach, a really great man. I want to be a coach after football, NFL, if it doesn't work out, so he can put me in the best position to coach after.
And you've seen it too, just at especially at the FCS level. The this HBCU movement, when where a lot of the top players now are deciding to go to HBCUs or transfer to HBCUs. You saw you yourself, your teammate Terrell Allen, another All American. We saw Jackson State land a 5-star prospect in Travis Hunter. For you, how much did this new HBCU movement influence your decision as well?
At first, I was kind of iffy about it, but yeah, I really sat down and thought about it, and I really wanted to play for HBCU. So the HBCU movement, it really influenced my decision. But it was honestly like a family decision. So stay close to home and find the best program to fit my skill set and put me on the platform to go to the next level.
And I know you're newer getting to Tennessee State and probably haven't had a lot of time around the program, but for you, just based on what you've seen so far, what makes Eddie George such a special head coach and what is he kind of like behind the scenes?
So I haven't. I mean, I've been up there twice, but he's just a great man. I feel like he's a great leader. Um, I mean, like a great businessman. So he's played college football and played NFL football, so he knows. I mean, what it takes and what you need to do to get to the next level. So, I mean, he's a great man, a great coach also.
For sure, man. You're seeing it pay off on the recruiting trail in a big way this all season, but we got to get to this upcoming season. I've mentioned the All American Awards, I've mentioned the big games you've had and everything like that. But for you, how do you follow that up? What are your goals for the 2022 season?
First, I have to go in there and earn my teammates' respect, earn the starting job, and then I mean I did all those accolades, but I want to keep getting those accolades. But I'm going for national championship this year. That's where I set my goals for. So I
I
mean,
like it.
American again, offensive player of the year, and that national championship.
You actually might be. I got to do a little bit of research, but you might be the first guy to be an OVC All American for multiple teams. I can't remember a guy who was an All American on two different teams in the same conference. So I like it. But for you, I know the senior answer, man. It's the first game of the season. You guys got a tough game against Eastern Washington up there on the red turf. But for you, which games on the schedule do you have that you have circled that you're looking forward to the most?
Every game you have to go in and look forward to the most because you have to go 1-0 every week. But I feel like the tradition, Tennessee State versus Jackson State, I'm really looking forward to that. It's the last one, so I mean I have to make a big impact on that one. So there's a lot of fans and stuff going to be there. So I mean I'm going to enjoy it.
It's definitely gonna be sold out, and that's one of the games I'll be at too, so I'm looking forward to seeing that matchup there, and looking at your game, man, the games evolve over the season so much just due to development, learning more about the playbook, things like that, but for you, how has your game evolved from freshman year up to the guy I'm talking to right now, about to be a third-year player for Tennessee State?
I mean, that was a great development at Austin Peay. Coach Scotty did a great job with fitting my game around the offense. But I mean, my quarterback coaches, I work with two, Coach Thomas at Quarterback Country and Coach Ramon Robinson. We just do different drills, and they develop me in a different way to be prepared for the game. Um, just harder drills, stuff I'm not comfortable with. So in the game, I would be feeling comfortable with doing it if it came to that instinct.
I like to hear that. And for you, player comparisons are always a huge thing. But just looking at yourself through your own lens, which NFL player right now do you feel like your game models the most?
Deshaun Watson for sure. Just because I mean the leadership role he plays in, his throwing motion, his running game, what he can make a great impact on the field. Uh, the swag he brings, he lights up the room. Just everything about him, and I feel like I bring the same thing.
I could see that. That was the answer I would have, but by far too. I just like you said, the play style is there. I could definitely see it. but everyone has their own superstitions. I was very superstitious when I was playing, but for you, what is your pregame routine to go out there and ball out between those white lines on game day?
I always gotta make sure I pray with my dad and my mom on the phone before the game. Just have the right music in my ear. It's not too. I'm always ready for game day, so it's not too much I got to do. So I just make sure I pray and some good music, and I'm ready to go.
I like it. And, this is a newer question on the show. A lot of people, for some reason, always love this question. But for you, what was your welcome to college moment where you were just like, oh man, this is different?
Let me see. Let me see. Pro, it was weird during COVID year because I was quarantined so much. But let me see. Oh, okay, cool. We played 3 games. We played 3 games in the COVID year against Central Arkansas, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati. And the Pittsburgh game, against some great talent, FBS talent. They were big, like they were they were very big. They were moving very fast. So it was like welcome to big boy football. You got to get your big boy pants on. You got to get prepared to work. So that was probably my welcome to college moment.
I man, I think they had like 3 or 4 D linemen drafted these past few years, so I'm not surprised. I mean, that D line up there at Pitt was something different. And speaking of that, man, you can pick more than one, but who are some of the best defensive players you've ever had to go up against?
We went against Ole Miss, the defensive end that just got drafted to the Cowboys, my favorite team,
Oh,
number
yeah.
7. He was probably the best defensive player because I got hit by him several times, and they just weren't just soft hits, like they were damaging hits. Let me see, number 24 from SEMO, he was pretty solid at the cornerback position. But for sure. Tennessee State, they had the best defense in the OVC, so they had a pretty solid defense for sure. It wasn't just one player on their defense, but it was multiple players making impacts and making my life hard when we went against them twice. So
Hey, at least you get to see them in practice now. It's not you don't have to go see them on Saturdays anymore. You just
oh
get to see them in practice.
oh, it's on in practice. It's on in practice for sure.
I love it, man. And for you, I know the quarterback has a lot going on, so it's tough for QBs to be big trash talkers. But for you, how big of a trash talker are you during the game?
I focus on myself honestly, unless somebody's just talking trash to me, I gotta talk trash back. But other than that, I'm really just trying to lead my offense down the field and put as many points as the board on the board as I can. So if you're not just talking trash to me, I'm just not going to say anything.
I like it. And for going back to Austin Peay, man, I got to ask you this: who was the biggest trash talker last year on that team?
Kobe Perry for sure. That goes, yeah. She just transferred to UCF. Yeah, he was the
Yep.
biggest trash talker ever. You will hear him every single day, every minute. Just not on the field, off the field too. So, but it was fun going against him for sure.
Oh man, I like it. And this one, you don't have to give away all your secrets, man. You're coming up to the line of scrimmage. What is the number one mistake the secondary can make against you?
Probably, I would say man defense. Like I would I would hate for a defense to go in man because I feel like I can make any throw on the field, and the film shows it. But I would hate for a defense to go man because I'm going to air it out, and I love going deep. So if I can check to an audible of a deep route, I'm going to a deep route for sure.
I like it. And building off of that, what is your favorite route to throw? You could pick any of them, man. What's your number one? If you had to go to, what would it be?
The post ball, I'm going to the post ball for sure. I love throwing the post.
I could tell, Matt. Listen, that highlight tape that we posted for the promo, there were like 4 or 5 in there that you just
Oh,
hit on the money. It
oh, we gotta
just
have posts in the offense.
I like it. And, we know what it is, man. You've played at Austin Peay, you're coming to Tennessee State. We understand that a lot of people who don't cover FCS football really seem to overlook players at this level. You're one of the best at this level. Your dream is the NFL. For you, what is your response to people who may overlook you for playing at the FCS level?
I feel like people just look at the film and really just test out their IQ, the player's IQ about the game. I feel like honestly, there's great competition in FCS ball. I understand there's big boy ball and FBS football, but I feel like you can make it to the NFL anywhere you go. You just have to make the right decisions and do what you got to do on and off the field, and wherever you are, it doesn't matter D2, D3, JUCO. It doesn't matter where you are. You just have to put in the work and do what you got to do, and let pray to God and let's just play out from there.
That is a fact, man. And it's not that long ago, Tennessee State had a first round pick, a top 20 pick in Rogers Cromartie not too long ago. And I think we saw 24 FCS players go off the board this year, two first round picks. So I agree with that completely. But the final question here, man. If an NFL franchise asks you when you enter the draft next year or the year after what they're going to get in Draylen Ellis, what do you tell them?
I will bring in a great leadership role. First, I will be not bragging or anything. I will be a franchise guy for sure. I will come in and put in the work. I will be a great team player. Um, I will lead by example. So, and I will make a very good impact on and off the field. So, that's why I would probably. That's why I would tell an NFL team.
Hey, I like it, man. And, what is your message to all the Tennessee State fans out there? What can they expect from you? What can they expect from this team going into the season, man? What's your message to all those Tiger fans out there?
The band's gonna make a lot of music. Roy City. Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna do what I gotta do on the field. I'm gonna make a big impact, and let's get ready to compete for the national championship.
I love it, man. Hey, I got you guys winning the OVC, getting that auto bid. I'm excited for this team, man. You guys are loaded on both sides of the ball, but this is all about promoting you guys, man. Let people know where they can follow you on social media, contact you for NIL deals, anything you want to promote, any messages you want to give, man. Shout outs. This time is yours.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Go ahead, man. You can plug all your
Oh,
social
my
medias
bad.
and all that. Yeah.
Oh, yes, sir. My bad. My Instagram is Draylen Ellis. Draylen Ellis 4. My Instagram is me. My bad. My Twitter handle is Draylen _Ellis 9. I don't have a Facebook, so that'll probably be it. My new number is gonna be 7. I won't be in the 9
Oh.
anymore. So
I like it. I like it, man. Listen, guys, make sure to go follow Draylen on all social media platforms. The bigger he gets his platforms, the better and bigger deals come his way. Plus, my guy just got verified on Instagram. We got
oh
to get him
yeah.
verified on Twitter next. So, y'all need to go follow that Twitter for sure, man. But, guys, for Draylen Ellis, for myself, and for the Blue Bloods, we are out for right now.
Yes, sir.